So this is a Craftsman 24-inch 2-stage Snowthrower. It belongs to a friend of mine, and it's November now, so we're going to get it ready for the winter season. Primarily, we're going to be changing the oil, but I'm going to check a few other things just to make sure that we're in good running shape. All right, so before I change the oil, I do want to run it a little bit, and that'll churn it up and get any dirt loosened up in the bottom, and warm it up so that it drains a little bit faster. So I do want to check and make sure there's plenty of oil in it. So we're good on that. All right. There is gas still in it too. I'm guessing that's from last year. Hopefully that's still good. And then you have the controls over here. So let's see. You've got your primer bulb. This is your safety key, your throttle, and this is your choke. And it's already set to choke, so we're going to try and start it there. So it does have an electric start. So I don't think that there's a fuel shutoff valve. I don't see anything. Right, I did check the oil. After letting it run for a little bit and warm up, it seems like the choke, I can't turn it all the way off, so maybe this needs a carburetor clean too. If it does, I may save that for another video. While the oil is warm, I want to change the oil. So the drain plug for it is right back here. All right, so this is the drain plug right here. So I've got a catch tray for catching the oil, and before I loosen that, I'm going to put a block of wood under the front end so it's leaning back. Okay, so there is a notch in the top of this that I can fit a 12 millimeter wrench on to hold it, because you don't want to turn this and have it unscrew this whole tube from the engine. So we just want to take off the cap or the plug at the end of the tube here. There we go. There we go. And I'll let that drain out. And you can loosen the oil fill cap on the top. That may help it drain a little bit faster. Yeah. Okay, all right, that looks like it's pretty much done dripping. Get the plug back in. All right. Okay, and that's tight. All right, so to fill this up, you need 600 milliliters of 5W30 oil, and there's usually a window on the side here so that you can see the oil level, and it's marked off in milliliters and in quarts. So I would look for the 600 milliliter level, and what I did was I took the bottle and I just poured off enough so that it came down to 600 milliliters, right? And then, so that way I don't have to worry about overfilling it, so it should have the right amount in here. I'm still going to check it and be careful, and then I can pour the oil that I poured off back in the bottle and use it next time. Yeah, and that's not quite full yet, and I didn't pour all of it in, so looks like it's going to be accurate. Let's pour the rest of it in. Yep, and you can probably see maybe that it is full right up to the top of that top dot there, so that looks like it's perfectly full. All right, so now I want to flip this up and I want to take a look at what's underneath. But the gas caps, you know, they do have a vent in them, so I'm going to put a plastic bag so that it doesn't leak out. There we go. All right, that'll block the gas from flowing out from the vent. So I can stand it up. Okay. Sounded like there were a bunch of rocks in there when I tipped it up. There we go. Ooh. Oh, wow. It's not rocks in there. Looks like a squirrel's been storing the nuts in there. Everything looks actually really clean in here. There's no drive chain. Okay. So it's just this, the friction wheel here turns with the belt. Okay, and then let's see. This lever raises, moves the pulley or the plate. So the friction disc is what makes contacts here and what drives the wheels. So the farther, right now it's in what, first gear. If you move it out, all the way out here is the top speed, which I think is 6th gear. Boom. And then if you go the other direction, it goes past center, and then it has 2 reverse gears, 1 and 2. So put it back in first gear. Yeah, so it's a gear drive. It does not have a chain. There's no grease fitting that I see where you can grease this or anything. So there's really not too much maintenance to do under here other than to clean out the squirrel's winter storage. So the belts look in decent shape. All right, I think we can put that cover back on. Okay. Alright, so I think that's about as far as I'm going to go in this video with this snowblower. So if you got something out of this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you want to help this channel out, please consider subscribing or becoming a member by clicking the join button below. Thanks for watching. Take care.